Determined.
You're ready to go?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
So my name is Steve. I am the founder of Volatus AI. Volatus AI is actually a project for automating drones. The market of drones is divided between the UAV and the passenger drones. And there's actually a market that is very promising, and that could even reach, according to Porsche Consulting, an amount of $32 billion. So we see actually that the vertical mobility market is actually well diverse. So you have drones that are for inspections, drones that are for good delivery, and many other specializations that are currently in development. And so what we want to bring with Volatus AI is actually to bring some kind of value, because in this space, there is quite some development for AI for driving drones, but this is actually very limited. And we think that based on the current technology that are available in the blockchain space with decentralization and artificial general intelligence, we think that a solution based on Singularity Net as a service has a great potential for drone manufacturers. So in the drone space, there are actually two main usage for energy. So you have a category that are using hydrogen, another that are using electricity. So what we want to do, Volatus AI, is actually to provide an high-level API, because most provider of AI services actually provide a solution that require installment or modification of the hardware. So it will be actually a high-level service that anyone actually can target access through the network using Singularity Net. Thank you. So do you have any questions?
Okay, thank you very much. How long have you been in this space? Like, what's your history, and how long has this project been in development? What stage is it at?
Yeah, so this is actually my second project in urban air mobility. My first project was Martin Aerospace. I co-founded Martin Aerospace with a French engineer, and we never actually got this project successful because we couldn't find any investment money. Then I actually ran into Singularity Net, and I told them that I was working on urban air mobility. So I decided actually to bootstrap Volatus AI so that actually I could bring some solution in this space, because I have actually some kind of practical knowledge of this market, and I know actually what are the needs and what needs to be achieved for the future being.
Okay. Does anyone else have any questions for Steve?
Well, quite clear. Is it the service you're providing, like improving the APIs and the systems which capture the information in order to kind of realize like how to use drones, map their flying paths or whatever? I don't quite clearly understand what you're offering in this place. Drones?
Yeah,
or the service?
of course. Yeah. So this is actually very simple. I will give you an example. Now most flying missions require an operator, a drone operator that we need to actually move on site to actually manage the mission. So what we could do with Volatus AI is actually that you could have a drone that is programmed and can react on the fly to any kind of interference. So this is actually the main benefits of AI in this space. For instance, you have many drones that are used for delivery, and it doesn't work. So if you remember, there was Amazon, and for the last 5 years, they tried to develop delivery, and this is something that they cannot achieve yet. So because there are still quite some issues.
So I think that would actually help me understand a little bit. Who would be a user of this technology that you're creating? Yeah,
early stage startups mainly, and also drone enthusiasts, and also many people in the environmental sectors. The environmental sectors is very hungry for new kind of technologies. They even build their own sensors, and I think that having drone technology that they don't need to operate is actually a big changer for them.
So what would be the initial output in the ideation stage? What would we get out of the proposal?
So out of a proposal, first of all, I think you would actually get this kind of service that allow you, enable you to really bootstrap very easily a project for drone. So you would just have to buy the drone and install the intelligence, and that's it.
That's really interesting. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's the end of your time there, Steve. I don't believe we've got any more presenters lined up here at the moment. Robert, you weren't here for a presentation, were you? No. So if you don't mind, I'm going to ask another question of Steve, I guess. If you mentioned 3 types of drone operators, the passenger one, which is kind of the growing market, the delivery, and I think you called it the, I can't remember, but the one that looks at what most people would use, right? So what market segment would the AI that you're developing be useful for?
Yeah. First of all, at Volatus AI, we are thinking about the environment and the first aid sectors.
So, and that would be that first, I can't remember, you called it the investigation, or in your slides, there was like a...
but probably data mining or inspection.
Yeah, so you had passenger,
yes, exactly,
delivery, and inspection. So basically a camera that's looking at stuff, right?
Yeah. Actually, drones are actually a very good technology to inspect settings that humans actually have difficulties to reach.
Okay. And that would be your initial target segment, is sort of like the environmental. And
yes, where we actually need autonomous drones.
So flying out over like wilderness areas or things like this where there's low risk. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Exactly.
Okay.